I didn't learn anything about the issues and didn't really know what WTO was, and that's part of the thing. I understand the big book story.
And then you just got more and more interested in globalization. You read one of the meteorologic books.
Yeah, take it personally, and there was a couple of pictures in there, 3 images from the riot, and just really visually captured my imagination. So I started to research on the internet, and within about 4 hours, I really felt like this was the story, really. And I've had a lot of stories going in my head for years, but the more I researched, the more it really just sort of came together in my head, and got to a certain point where I felt like I can do this.
Did you feel it just as a screenplay first, or as something to direct as well?
I wanted to direct it because I could see it in my head, but I thought I'd hire a writer to do it, and then after a year and a half of researching it, I was like, well, I'm not going to give this someone now because there's so much research about the event, there's so much to look at and learn. I thought, well, I'll give it a shot myself, and if I'll do a treatment, and if I can't write a script down, just give it to somebody else. And I spent 6 months sort of rewriting it, and went around town, met a lot of producers, got a producer, spent a year with that producer, and she sort of was really hot on it, and then kind of went cold on it. Gave the script to an actor who didn't really get it, and then she sort of went, maybe you want to rewrite it, and then she kind of disappeared. So after Hollywood, after probably 2.5, 3 years, I was sort of back at the start. So I went back and spent a year just rewriting it, really dismantling it, and trying to put it back together again. And with that draft, and the third draft, I managed to secure financing.
Charlize, had you agreed to be involved from the beginning, or did he come to persuade you?
No.
You were the first person to read the script.
Yeah. No, I remember when I don't remember which draft it was. It was one of the first. He said, "Would you read it?" And I said, "Yeah, of course," which was really nerve-wracking, because it was like, this could be the end of our relationship. And I remember it was coming out of the printer. It wasn't even fine. And he left, and I sat in the kitchen, and I sat on the floor reading it, and I just thought it was brilliant, really, really brilliant. And then I started begging. Yeah.
I think you were very supportive as well.
Yeah, I mean, the great thing about our relationship is that we're very honest with each other because we want the best for each other. So it was really great. I gave him some notes, but I have to say right off the bat from the first draft that I read, it was really just concise, and there was a great arc, and you gave a shit, The people really dragged you into it, and I think with, anything political, you're always walking this fine line of kind of, beating people over the head with a message, and I think what Stuart did so beautifully, I think the thing that shocked me the most was that he never forgot that, that he wanted to make a film that was going to be entertaining at the same time, and I think because of that, the message is even more powerful.
Stuart, what influences would you have had or taken from other movies?
Well, the big one was Medium Cool. That Medium Cool is actually in the film, real footage. Haskell actually directed this film called Medium Cool in 1968, which is about the Democratic Convention riots, and that was the last sort of big mass mobilization. And I always wanted to have a little piece of the riot footage in the film, so it's actually in there. I worked with this amazing DP, Barry Ackroyd.
We've done all Ken Loach's films.
Did all Ken Loach's, does Paul Greengrass, and I've worked with him twice as an actor, so he's a great guy. I wanted him on set. And he knew Haskell, and he said, "Can we get Medium Cool?" And Haskell said, "Yeah." And then Haskell said, "Yeah, I can come up and do a C-camera for you if you want." So Haskell actually did C-cam, and then we actually threw him in there. He's in there for a split second, filming, and he gets sprayed. So and Network is a big one.
Yeah.
And Coptic Hours C is missing. A lot of, I've watched pretty much every political movie ever made.
And it's such a tight budget, you only got to shoot in Seattle for 2 days.
Yeah.
In Vancouver.
Yeah, that was challenging because Vancouver is, Seattle is such a beautiful city architecturally. So I would have loved to have shot there, but we couldn't because of the budget. So it was challenging. It was part of the fun trying to sort of make one city look like another.
And Charlize, what was it like when they shoot on the big action scenes on the streets? When you're mixed in with all these extra requirements.
It was amazing. The first day I showed up, there was, I don't know how many extras, but we were shooting on the street, and it was one of the scenes where I'm trying to get to the crowd. And I didn't really know what to expect because I was actually in Saskatchewan shooting another film. So I literally just came down. We were on the phone every night with each other. We were kind of on the same schedule. So every night we'd be on the phone bitching to each other, you know, I need more money, need more days. But I had no idea what to expect. So when I walked on, there was this incredible energy because Stuart had kind of kept this family of real protesters. So there was this authenticity in the air. I walked on and people were real. I mean, we weren't shooting and people were cheering and it didn't feel like shooting in the way Barry worked. You know, even had turned the camera on, I didn't even know. At one point, we were both down on our knees. I was like, oh my God, Barry's in the crowd with me and he's shooting. And it felt very real. It didn't feel like we were shooting a film. And then every once in a while, you'd see, you know, Stuart on a ladder with like a bullhorn, you know, screaming to everybody. So there was this real kind of, everybody just kind of out there doing it, which was amazing, and I think that energy really comes through. Yeah, there was never like action, you never felt like, you know, now we're rolling, it's just kind of happening at all times.
Those people just take direction from.
God, he was a pain in my ass.
Do it, baby, do it. The most weird one was the scene where she gets hit. Charlize has a thing where she somehow, I don't know, some actors can do it, I can't do it, but she sort of gets on set, tells jokes, has a laugh, and then it's like action. And I had my editor with me at the time, and we did this scene, and she gets hit, and the snot coming out, and it's real snot. Real snot. Great snot. And it's time of scream coming out, and it's cut, and she back up, and she starts telling jokes, and my head is just like, what? How did you do that? You know? So it's pretty amazing.
Would anybody in the audience like to ask any questions?